I don't even know if he actually called her dumb. I'm gonna dispute, I'm gonna call, what's the legal term? Plausible deniability on that.
The order from your national.
He has a Thai accent. He's not a native English speaker. So I'm not even sure if he meant to say dumb because the captions say you're a dumb head. That's what she heard. So that's what got her really riled up and upset and caused her to ultimately decide to walk out. But I'm hearing from other reports that he didn't mean to say the words dumb head, which makes sense if you think about it because it's kind of like an odd pairing of words. I've never heard anybody call anyone a dumb head before. Usually it's just either you're dumb, right? Or I can't think of a word with head in it. You're a stupid head, right? But that would be more of a 5-year-old's pattern of speech. So yeah, if you were really going to insult someone on stage like that, you would just call them dumb or stupid. I've never heard the words dumb and head be put together, even by an English as a second language speaker. So there are some people that are saying that he didn't mean to say dumb head. He meant to say damage, right? Like in a very thick accent. So damage.
You are dumb man. I didn't give you opportunity to talk. Please keep polite for me. I still talking. I still talking. Listen, I still keep talking to everybody while you stand up to talk to me.
To be honest, I don't really see anything wrong with that because he is the one with the microphone. Like, how would you react or feel if you're the one supposed to be the MC at an event and then people just start talking back at you? And on top of it, again, they have the language barrier, so there's miscommunications. There's already a disconnect between either party's understanding of what's going on in the conversation. But
no, you have a voice, but you have to respect the voice.
You are not respecting me as a woman.
What? No, why?
You are not respecting me as a woman. What does that have to do with the situation at hand? Like, what part of him telling you not to speak while he speaks is disrespecting you as a woman in particular? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I can give this one to her, Miss Mexico. That sounds like projection to me. Like, yeah, he's talking to a room full of women because this is a beauty pageant that has only female contestants in it. Why are you trying to make this moot point straw man argument that he's specifically disrespecting you as a woman? If it was the same situation with just the genders reversed, like if it was a female MC addressing a bunch of male contestants for some sort of pageant or even a co-ed event, would you say that she's disrespecting him as a man if a male contestant kept interrupting her during her speech? No, you would be like, we would hear all over social media people praising her for putting him in his place and yeah, go queen. She asserted her authority there as she should because she's the organizer of the event, so they should respect her. Like, come on, let's not act like these double gender standards don't exist in the opposite direction. Why do you expect that you should just be allowed to speak under any circumstance just because you're a woman? Like, that's not how it works in these types of situations. Do you want to be treated as a sovereign, empowered adult who is expected to follow the social etiquette just like everyone else, or do you want to be treated with kid gloves just because of your gender? I'm just posing the obvious question here. Oh, God, it's so hard to explain. It's kind of like, even if he's a kind of bumbling idiot, as he's proven himself to be throughout this whole fiasco, why are you taking it so personally, though? That shows me that you're actually there's something in you that's insecure or feels like you don't measure up enough. Because, again, someone's gonna come on here and be super upset that I'm victim blaming, but you can't go through life like this, okay? You can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, I'm a badass, self-actualized woman who's super confident in herself, but then at the same time, you crumble at like any slight inconvenience or anytime that someone talks in a tone that you don't like, you like want to burst out in tears. Not everyone's gonna talk in the most polite tone. Like, not everyone is gonna address you in exactly the way that you want to be addressed. To make yourself a victim of something that small, I don't know. Don't worry, I have praise for her as well later on with what she says to the reporter. But I'm just being completely honest. At this particular moment in time, like so far, I'm on the director's side. If I had to pick a side, so far I'm on his side because it's like, hey, I'm trying to express to you guys that it's not acceptable for the select number of you that decided to not post your sponsored content because that was the agreement. Every contestant here is supposed to post content. So why didn't you guys post it, right? I think that's a reasonable thing to ask them. Now, again, maybe he shouldn't have addressed the girls directly. Maybe he should have taken the issue up with the national directors of the certain countries that didn't cooperate. Maybe that would have been a better, more diplomatic way to handle it. But again, we don't know the backstory or the full details. So for whatever reason, he felt that it was crucial enough to bring up here, and she's interrupting him, right? I still think, okay, I think it was a misunderstanding. I find it very hard to believe that he just called her a dumbhead. I believe it was a misunderstanding of his pronunciation of the word damage, which is not that much better, to be fair, but like, I find it very hard to believe that the director would sell out a girl in the audience and call her a dumbhead.
You stand up. When the gun, security.
The security. Okay, so yeah, that part, everyone's groaning like, what are you doing? Again, I'm not defending him, but it tracks for me as like a grumpy old entitled rich out of touch business guy. Does it make him the worst villain in the world? I don't think so. I just see it as like, okay, we got to put up with this old man and his tired antics for a while. Like, everyone just be quiet. How about everyone just be quiet and nod and smile and clap? That way he can get through his little speech faster, and then the faster he finishes, the faster we can continue with our festivities, or what we really came here to do, which is build community with each other, take selfies, be fabulous. You have to listen to him because he's the director and he's rich and he has money. He's probably, he's the one making this whole event possible financially. So just let's shut up and bite our tongue and grit our teeth, sit through whatever he has to say. You don't even have to listen to it, tune him out. And then when he seems like he's wrapping up his speech, just clap and smile, okay? Then he'll be happy and he will get out of everyone's hair so that you can continue on with the real business, right? But anyway, so he calls security, right? And then everyone is like, oh my God, that's super pretentious. We don't like that. I agree. That was a little bit like, dude, what are you doing? But I think it's obvious that for whatever reason, there's something about a number of the contestants refusing to post the sponsored content about the Thai local sponsors. Something about that, I think it really, really incensed him, which makes sense from his perspective because he's looking at it from a holistic business PR perspective. But yeah, so he calls security, right, as kind of like an asshole power play. To be honest, it was an asshole move, but they're not letting him get away with it, right? Because this is, you know what I think? Okay. I think if this was a bunch of local Thai girls, you would be able to get away with this behavior. Not because Thai girls are like weaker or more meek and submissive or something, but because, again, I think it's a cultural thing. Thai girls are already on game as to how to deal with these types of men, is what I'm trying to say, right? Like, they're used to men like this. The local girls, they would probably just do the tactic that I described, which is just to shut up, okay, pretend that you're cooperating, pretend that you're sorry, like nod, give the sympathetic eyes, like, yes, I'm sorry, okay, I will make sure that I post your little BS. Yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Director, you are so great. Clap, and then get him drunk and get him out of there, But like, since it's again an international crowd, the ladies from the other countries, of course, if they're not used to being talked to like that, or they're not used to this type of a character, or they take it more personally, right? Rather than just kind of like a trait that some Thai rich businessmen happen to have. I can see why they would take it personally. And also, depending on the cultures that they come from, maybe they're not as inclined to kind of suppress their real feelings or hold their tongue as much as people from Asian cultures would tend to do. Not to generalize, but most Asian cultures, like Pan-Asian, tend to emphasize more collectivism and consideration for the group, like the harmony of the group over the individual. Respect to elders is another huge one, like not speaking over somebody who is older and more established than you, waiting until they're done before you speak. Okay, so then they all stand up.
Stop. Security. Pit patu. Stop.
No.
But what just your director did is not respectful. He called me dumb.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this was a true, simple misunderstanding at the word I highly doubt that he called her dumb. I do think now that I've read some posts on Reddit and also from like local Thai commentators, I'm inclined to believe that he meant to say damage. Like you are causing damage to your own candidacy, your chance to win. You're like compromising the integrity of the contest in a way by refusing to make a post that all the other contestants agreed to make. Or, you're causing delay, something like that. Like, again, his English is not native level. So the way that he expresses himself might be a little bit more like blunt or stilted than we're used to. But I highly doubt that the actual words dumb head came out of his mouth. But anyway, that's what she heard, right? So the damage is already done at that point. Like she's with this story in her head. And I do feel bad for her. I mean, if you look at like her face and her entire demeanor in this clip, she's clearly very shaken up. It's taking her a lot of strength just to keep her composure.